We'll be talking more about that one coming up a little bit later on in the show. I told you, seriously, a girl could lose her mind here. The values are just so good. But let's jump right in and talk to our September girls out there for a minute, because we had you in mind when we started working on this show. And we thought we have to do something really special in Sapphire because, of course, if you're born in September, your birthstone is Sapphire. And Sapphire is unquestionably one of the most beautiful gemstones in the world. It comes in every color of the rainbow. So what we have is all the colors of the rainbow in one beautiful ring for you. Oop, I'll move these over here. And we're offering this for $89.90. I know, right? $89.90. You have the Ceylon blue, you have orange, you have, look at all these colors. You have orange, you have canary, you have the Ceylon blue, you have pink, you have green. Look at the colors of Sapphire in that beautiful ring for under $90. Those are sapphires in here for under $90. Unbelievable. I love that dreamy, if you're familiar with the color of the Ceylon sapphire, they call that Ceylon blue. It is the most beautiful blue. And then of course you have orange and yellow, you have pink, green sapphire, blue sapphire, pink sapphire, orange sapphire, yellow sapphire, under $90. Brand new ring. You're the first audience to get to see this. I can't get over it. Look at that. How lovely. What a beautiful display of color on your finger. What fun this will be to wear. And you have it today, first time ever to be seen at $89.90 and on 5 flexible payments. I love how Kate's wearing it on her middle finger, pointer finger, ring finger. If you're a Sapphire girl, if you're a Sapphire lover, what a beautiful choice for you today to get to wear an entire garden. It's a rainbow of sapphire on your finger. And the color is just, it fascinates me that sapphire comes in all of those beautiful colors, but that lighter blue, there's something about that Ceylon blue that is so mesmerizing with that pink right in the middle. And you'll see it's kind of tonal. The color, it's kind of variegates in color a little bit. It starts the greens and then into the blue pinks and then into the oranges and then into the yellows. So it kind of, it has a really pretty play of color across the ring, across your finger. Orange at the north-south point, blues at the east-west points, and then greens at the top and the canaries below. So it really is a fun, beautiful ring, very pretty shape on the finger. Oh, and by the way, Kate's showing you, we do have a sapphire bracelet that's going to look smashing with this. And that sapphire bracelet is completely adjustable. It also has all the fancy colors of sapphire, which I love. So we'll be talking about that one too. But and by the way, we already are very busy taking calls on our Trilliant ring. If you're gonna get one thing today, that's it. That ring, that is one of the best rings we've ever done. And to get that for $89, I'm beside myself today. So we'll be talking about that beautiful Trilliant coming up. By the way, the tanzanite necklace I'm wearing, it's sold out. Oh, thank you so much. Enjoy it. I'm so happy for you if you were able to get it. I missed it again, but I'm thrilled that you were able to get it.